Let's take a look at the net ionic equation for copper plus hydrochloric acid. So we have the Cu plus HCl. If we were to write the states in here, copper metal, that's a solid, and then hydrochloric acid, that's going to be aqueous unless it's a gas. So we have our solid copper and our aqueous, dissolved in water, hydrochloric acid. When we react these two, we really need to think about what might happen. One thing that helps us, we could look at what's called the activity series, and that would give us an idea about whether this even happens. So let's look at the activity series here. Most reactive are on the top, least reactive are on the bottom. So here's copper right here, and here's hydrogen. So hydrogen is actually more reactive than copper. So that means that copper is not going to be reactive enough to come in and push the hydrogen out in a single displacement reaction. It just won't happen. So when you put the copper and the hydrochloric acid together, there's just no reaction. So you can write no reaction like this, and there's no net ionic equation either. There are instances where copper will react with hydrochloric acid, but in order to make that happen, you have to have a really good source of oxygen, something like a peroxide. And while it may happen to a very limited degree over time, in general, if you have copper and hydrochloric acid, there's just not going to be any reaction unless there's either oxygen or potentially impurities in the water. And you may see if there are impurities in the water that'll react either with the copper or with the hydrochloric acid. But again, we see that copper is below hydrogen on the activity series, so we don't have any reaction, including we don't have any net ionic reaction either. This is Dr. B with an attempt to write the net ionic equation for Cu plus HCl, copper plus hydrochloric acid, except there's no reaction. Thanks for watching.